What's up, guys? It's Hubs, and the Leon's Deception new Vortex event, global exclusive, just came out earlier this morning. I guess it's almost been 24 hours by now, and I'm just kind of late to the punch. I ran this like maybe 10 hours ago. No, this is way longer ago. I ran this like almost when it came out, and I also recorded it back then too. I just was super busy today. So my video is going to be here, it's going to be now, and hopefully you guys still enjoy it even though I'm late. But for some reason, my Brave Frontier is really laggy or slow. Anyways, so my setup for this is going to be pretty simple. I'm going to use 4 Douglases and a Felness. And this is because I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing because this is the new Vortex dungeon and it wasn't part of Japan yet, so I had no idea what was really going on. I read some stuff before. For example, you can get some really crazy spheres from doing this. They're just gonna make you like so overpowered in arena, at least it seems. But anyways, my setup is 4 Douglases, a Felness, and like a Felness friend or whatever. And the idea I was going for here is basically all my Douglases have either a Thief Brace or a Thief Glove, so it maximizes the drops that I get. And then my Felness just has like whatever. And all I'm doing is BB spamming because Douglas has 30 hits and you get a lot of drops this way. And then I realized that you don't actually get the event drops, or well, you get almost all of them from chests. So it doesn't matter if you have thief gloves. Like you can see, I just got one there. Thief gloves or thief bracers or whatever. It doesn't even matter. But it does matter for what do you call it? If you see like a jewel god and you hit it, there's actually a chance it drops something called like a prize stone, which is amazing because it sells for 200,000 Zel, which I mean that's pretty crazy. Okay, 200,000 Zel and comes from a fat little jewel god. I guess that makes sense. The thing is, like, the dungeon also takes 25 energy, so in reality, no, it's still better if you get it. The thing is, I don't always get it. I've run it a couple times and I've got it maybe like 30-40% of the time, which is still pretty good. But I mean, there's always like the new dungeon now. I did a video on it. It's called like some rainbow thing in Nirvana. It's the third last quest that you can do right now, and you get like for 20 energy, you get 100,000 Zel. So that I posted that video like last week, so go find it and watch it if you haven't already. Um, yeah, I think am I still running the first stage? Oh, I think I know what happened. So when I was doing this, I was just like tapping everyone at first because I was trying to fill up my Brave Burst gauge, and then I was like, okay, this is stupid. I'm just gonna hit auto battle, and then I hit auto battle, but I forgot that I was grinding for BB fodder earlier, so I turned off the Brave Burst so I could kill slimes faster, and then that's why it's like 3 minutes in. I've only cleared 2 stages. Here you go. I'm gonna turn on Brave Burst, and then life is gonna be sweet now. You're gonna see drops everywhere. hmm Yeah, Brave Burst fodder. You know that stuff is pretty annoying to grind. I mean, I normally do slimes right now because I mean, if you want to be like, there's so many different ways you can go about getting Brave Burst fodder. It depends on what you're looking for. If you always want to make more Zel than you spend, you should never grind slimes because you never make money. You just lose money. But slimes are actually the most energy efficient, so you get the most Brave Burst fodder for your energy. So if energy is your most valuable resource, then slimes are the way to go. But if, for example, you always want to make more money, then you want to grind in like Agni region, for example. Agni region, Fire Maiden's Table or something. It's 13 energy for 10 battles, and I don't know, I would say you average 5 to 7 attack Brave Burst fodder per battle, and you always make a little bit more money than you spend if you stop using before like level 50, I guess. I mean, you make something like 30 to 40k Zal per run. So generally, if you're using 5 and you stay about 10 to 20k, then it's pretty good. And then there's in Mistral, so if slimes are too boring, then you can always grind Mistral as well. I mean, because slimes, you need to be really attentive with your screen. The run takes maybe like 2 minutes, so then you gotta be like, okay, just paying attention the whole time and then restarting the battle over and over again. So if you're a bit lazier, you can always do like Mistral dungeons. There's like 2 extra battles. I think it's like 6 energy for 7 battles, and I mean, there's also a chance of getting mimics, and it's almost all attack Brave Burst fodder. I'm talking about like the fireplaces in every map. It's mainly Brave Burst fodder for attack. And so that one is like, if you're a bit lazier, you could do that one. It's not as energy efficient, and you always lose money as well. But it's like the lazy. energy efficient one, I guess you could say. By the way, my video now, I'm starting the second run. I'm gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be like lazy auto battle, just to show you guys how like these actual levels are. Like level 1, pretty much a walk in the park. You could say it's like Mistral to St. Lamia level. Probably not even St. Lamia level, probably like Mistral level. Level 2 seemed like pretty much the same thing. I mean, I don't really know. I auto battled through it. I'm pretty sure my guys just one-shot everybody. And then I know the third level is a bit more challenging. Most of the trash mobs are pretty easy, but when you get to the end, the Leon is actually like his fourth evolution, I believe, or third. So he's actually pretty strong. But we'll get there eventually at some time in our lives. But until then, I'm talking about Brave Burst fodder. So the place which is like technically I would say the most efficient. I mean, if you were grinding Brave Burst fodder for an entire week, and then you looked at your results at the end of the week, you would say, okay, this place is probably the best by far, hands down. Nothing compares to it. And it's not only attack fodder, but it's all fodders, but it's also really Zell efficient. It's not energy efficient actually. So again, like it depends what you're looking for. But to me, I think Zell is the most important resource in the game because I mean I'm max level now, and I always need more Zell. My Bravest levels, I have almost all the new units maxed out at level 100 with SBB 10 because I get so many duplicate units from summoning too much. But the problem I always come up with is I'm always running out of money, which is, you know, I guess that's kind of a problem for me. So to me, the best place to grind is the Rainbow Battlefield, the map I was talking about earlier, where it's about 20 energy, you get 100,000 Zell, and you get anywhere from maybe 5 to 7 units, just like Agni's, Fire Maidens, whatever I was talking about earlier, in the Agni region, that map. So the reason I like this one so much is because you just get so much Zell. So say you get five Brave Burst fodder. And the thing about this one, the reason why I said you got to wait a week later to see your results is because you get a mix of attack, buff, and healing fodder. It's pretty even. So basically, if you're not a patient person and you only want to see results immediately, this place is not going to be as appealing to you. Whereas to me, it's like I don't mind waiting. So I'll look at my results a week later and be like, great, I just got SBB 10 on a healer, a buffer, and now an attacker as well, after a week. Whereas if I grinded Agni, Fire Temple, and after a week I got 3 guys, 3 attack units with their SBB 10, then you can see it's kind of equivalent, but in one case I ended up making like 100 times more Zell because you're going from gaining like 30k Zell to 100,000 Zell per run, and I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy. This place just gets way too much money. And basically, no matter what you do, if you're grinding this place, you always make a profit. You always make a profit, and it's, I don't know, it's like, it's just so good. I mean, why would you not do it? It's weird. But I guess to auto battle through it, you need pretty decent units as well. But God, it's 100,000 Zell. You know, like I've been grinding it for maybe a couple weeks now. And I do like slimes in between too because sometimes I want to be energy efficient, and also because sometimes I get impatient and I want to see results immediately for my attack Brave Burst units. So I grind kind of both at the same time. But I still always make more money, and I'm over like 10 mil now, like always. It's pretty hard to be less than 10 mil because you're just always making money. And I know there's some guys out there who just like, they've already maxed everything out and all they're doing is grinding the stage, and they're probably close to like 50 million Zell, and they're just saving it up because 50 million Zell, when those new units come out, man, you're going to be using all of it. I mean, not a chance you're saving that. And I'm saying this as like a player who's reached end game in global right now, where basically I wait for the next batch of units to come out so I can max them all. Because that's the point of like, I play this game so much where if you guys see my videos, I always have like all the new units at like SBB 10 because I've just basically caught up with the releases. I'm waiting like every 2 weeks for the new release of units because I'm just ready for them. But anyways, I mean, Brave Burst fodder, that's fun. But back to this video, like what am I actually doing here? I guess I'm at level 3 now with Leon. Like I said, this is, I mean, if you're just watching this video without any commentary at all, it would be so boring. I mean, all you're seeing is me using Douglas's auto battling through this, getting some of those items. But I mean, it's a new Vortex. The map background isn't actually even new. It's from Agni, I believe. And the units, I mean, none of them look too new at all. But the items, the spheres, that's insane. So everyone basically is probably going to use like two of those new spheres. So I forgot their names. So there's like three levels of them. There's like the first one you get that you get from clearing level 1 and level 2. I think it's called Wise Cloak. And then you can craft that into the next one. I forgot what that's called. And then you can use two of those to craft the last one, which is like the Shadow Cloak or something, but I don't think that one's out yet or it's bugged. But anyways, basically the second sphere, the middle sphere, you get two of them. I think those are the best. It's something like 360% increase in defense for the first 2 turns, and your Brave Burst gauge like increases it significantly faster or something like that. And if you think about that, okay, right now some of the best spheres to use in Arena are like Angelic Foils or Masamune, which increase like attack by 75%. Masamune does 75% attack and defense for the first 2 turns. So think about it, 360% increase in defense for the first 2 turns, plus BB fill rate. You put that on like a Lyra or like, oh god, anything, you're gonna destroy everybody. And the thing is, you get two of them. So, I mean, I'm gonna craft them, I'm gonna use them, and I would be hesitant to even craft the Shadow Cloak, the last sphere, because I had to give up two of those, ones I was talking about, 360% defense spheres, two of those to craft one Shadow Cloak, which I think it makes you invisible for the first 2 turns and increases BB fill rate, which is like, no, I would rather just have two, you know? And then you have two guys with all the defense in the world. But anyways, that was the last level 3 Leon's Deception, the reign over Agni. Okay, I guess it was Agni. But now I'm actually going to go to town and let's look at these spheres so I can actually give you guys a name for them because I was too lazy to look it up before I said anything. And they were called Aegis Cloak? Right, oh, it's 330%. So you get like Wise Cloak and then you get Aegis Cloak crafting one each. Oh, it's called Guardian Cloak. Man, I'm so good at this. So yeah, you get 2 Guardian Cloaks from level 1 and level 2, craft them to Aegis Cloaks, and use them for Arena. And then if the Shadow Cloak comes out, which is like the 3rd level of it, I wouldn't even bother crafting it, because you only get one of them. I'd rather have 2 Aegis Cloaks. But that's my 2 cents. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about random stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.